Morning, guys. Welcome to Coffee Chat. Guys, I'll tell you what, I'm on my way out to California. I'm going to be seeing some folks in this community, and we're doing some stuff with the family and things like that. And guys, you can't make up what's going on in the market this morning. So the Swiss National Bank unexpectedly drops their interest rate, cuts it by another 25 basis points. Now ask yourself this: do you really believe that we're seeing a genuine reduction in inflation the way in which they're trying to sell it? Not on your life. And in fact, right now in the United States, we're seeing that housing starts have plunged literally to a low back in what was going on in this period of time. And it is showing its signs, guys. We are not making this up. This is just something right out of their playbook. And of course, the Bank of England, they come out. What do? Well, they pause rates. They're not going to cut them. They're not going to raise them. They're pausing them. Guys, we are literally watching a market and economy disconnect, like I say, because right now we are seeing record highs in equities, the S&P, and on, yet the economy is really, really hurting. And this is where you got to get out there and really see what's going on behind the scenes, because what do you think is happening right now that's causing the market to literally take off, yet the economy stagnating, and dealing with all this kind of stuff? Well, guys, we know it's because these central banks are out there and they're buying up the market. They are absolutely the buyer of choice when it comes to the debt market. Janet Yellen, not too long ago, of course, came out, and what was she talking about? She was talking about the U.S. Treasury going out and buying back the bonds, buying back the debt market. Well, where on earth is the Treasury getting the money to do that, right? Because, of course, 30-some trillion dollars in debt. Not in your life. You know where they're going? They're going to their friendly neighborhood Federal Reserve, and they're just printing it out like crazy. And you want evidence of that? Go to the Federal Reserve and you just look at their balance sheet, and you'll see that literally in 2 or 3 months' time, another $1 trillion every 2 or 3 months, another $1 trillion, another $1 trillion, another $1 trillion. Guys, it's inflate, and that is all these central banks can do. And what we're witnessing is, and this is where I say, guys, we're witnessing a dog and pony show, because the reality is that they are planning to move us into a new system, and they're blowing this thing up to the absolute max until it literally bursts. And it actually gets ridiculous, because you come out here and you're hoping you're going to have something new to really say and share, and a real turnaround, stuff like that. But usually it's just the same old baloney that they're coming out with all the time. And we're literally watching this whole selection cycle that's going on. And of course that has huge impacts. Now, the thing I want to bring out is this, in this, coffee chat. You got to insulate yourself from it. How can you do that? How can you genuinely go out there and insulate yourself from the games that they're playing in these markets and these economies? Well, guys, this is where, we see our dollars are crashing, the purchasing power just getting evaporated like crazy. You insulate yourself by getting out there into some of these asset classes, in my estimation, that will provide you with a security blanket when this whole thing falls apart. Now, you had, Larry Fink, who came out there, and he himself had said that this digital asset space that we're a part of, you and I, that it could easily represent a flight to safety, just like gold and silver is a flight to safety. Now, that's a powerful statement, because you're talking gold and silver has been God's money for 5,000 years, right? And anytime anybody's wanted to insulate the purchasing power of their fiat currency, what have they gone to? Well, they've gone to gold primarily. Central banks have been gobbling it up for the last decade. And don't kid yourself, they know what's coming. Guys, we could very well see a total shift in a world reserve currency type of situation, where it's agnostic, where it's not a part of a national state, like how the US petrodollar and all that. Nope. I genuinely believe that we are going to see an agnostic, distributed ledger technology based world reserve currency, may be managed or distributed by the IMF, backed by real world assets, and commodities like gold, like silver, and perhaps even oil, and on and on. Guys, we're changing, and we're changing fast. You insulate yourself from getting in on some of these assets and watching them appreciate. Now, having said that, of course, it all comes down to your own risk tolerance. This is what Judy and I are doing, but I've recommended how many times that you go out there and really research it for yourself. Because look, if I could talk you into it, you can be absolutely assured someone else is going to come along, they're going to talk you out of it. Guys, you want to absolutely get your thinking cap on. Do not let them buffalo you with this phony baloney narrative that the economy is turning around, which it is absolutely not. Out there pausing interest rates, and in some cases, as we just reported, cutting them and that, to give the illusion that everything's a-okay. Everything is not a-okay. And in fact, you got, what, 215 regional banks in the United States, literally the FDIC are saying are on the absolute verge of total collapse. That is mind-bending. Now, will they come out and tell us what those 215 banks are? No, they won't. Why? They're afraid of bank runs. Now, that right there should tell you absolute volumes. Guys, get out there. Put your thinking cap on. Do not let them buffalo you, and you look down the road so that not only do you survive, but you absolutely thrive. Well, guys, I'll tell you what. Plan on getting a great video out for you later on this afternoon. But I'm going to drop those articles right into this video so you can read it for yourself. Because, guys, it's practically hard to even swallow or believe the narrative that they're trying to pump out into this broad marketplace that everything's a-okay when we know that it absolutely isn't. Guys, a great day is coming, but you got to put yourself in a position to profit from it and not be a victim of it. So I'll tell you what, until later on when we have a fabulous video for you, have a great one and take care.